Good morning. It's Monday, June 5th, 2023. This is the ride into work. I'm taking the highway because I'm leaving a little later than normal. From previous videos, sometimes I take the back roads, sometimes I take the highway, depending on what time I get out of the house. I got out very late this morning. Absolutely no way I would make it on time unless I take the highway. Main reason why I'm running very late today is that gout issue I've been having. Man, I gotta show you this. It won't look good on camera, but look at that moon. It probably looks like crap. Never looks good in pictures, but it looks gigantic because it's so low on the horizon. Hopefully I actually showed the moon and not just the hood of the car or anything, but gout flare-up made it very difficult to move around this morning. It's relatively excruciating, and I didn't bring my medication with me. I'll take some medicine when I get home. I don't know when the last time is I posted a video. I've made a few, but I've been kind of either bagging them halfway through or not posting them because I don't have haven't had the creativity, the will to make a 22-minute video. Not sure why. I've been on vacation for it. Another reason why there hasn't been videos is I've been on vacation. I usually make these on my way to or from work. The past week I was on vacation, more of a staycation. Just took a week off, stayed at home. Tried not to work. That didn't work out. The first 3 days I actually kept wandering by my computer and doing work for work, but not tons of hours, but slowly weaned myself off. I spent a week getting up whenever I wanted to, so today was also difficult. The fact that I had to be up extremely early and get ready for work, which is a pain in the neck. I had made the pool was open. We untarped it, I guess, last weekend maybe. I've been chemically balancing and cleaning and scrubbing and vacuuming it. It looks really good. There's a little bit of cloudiness that I still have to get out of it, but other than that, it's open and ready for business. Chemicals are balanced. Just getting rid of that last little bit of cloudiness. That part of the reason it takes a while to get rid of the cloudiness is the filters. Like I bought a new filter a few years ago. I may have talked about it. Big black egg-looking thing, kind of looks like one of those egg grills. It takes 4 canister filters. Well, the original filters that came with it, they got older over time, so I bought replacements. I didn't get rid of the originals, but I bought replacements, which were supposed to be direct replacements from Amazon, and they don't quite fit. The plastic at either end of the tubes, they're not perforated, corrugated cylinders with filtering material on them. So there's 4 of them, maybe 3 feet long. They go into 4 slots side by side, so there's like just a block of 4 filters straight down in the center of the thing. The water comes in, fills the egg, flows through the filters, and then it goes out the other end of the egg and into the pool. A few years ago, at some point we have to have the whole pool redone, but that's a very expensive thing. So I've been cobbling my way around it. A few years ago we discovered there was a leak. And the leak was in the return pipe. So there's 2 skimmers. Underneath the 2 skimmers, there's 2 returns which blow water back into the pool, and then there's 1 drain at the bottom of the pool. Well, the 1 return at the far end of the pool at the near end of the pool to the house, far end from where I imagined I was standing a second ago. That never worked. So I've capped that off. I don't know if there was a collapse, if it got clogged, but from the day we moved in, that return has never worked. So I've got that capped so it doesn't put rust or any kind of other stuff or leak or anything like that. So anyway, a couple of years ago, yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago, the other return developed a leak. So something underground must have cracked or broken. Maybe it froze. Maybe I didn't shut down the pool right. Who knows? Could be age. So anyway, so we had to cobble our way around that. So what I did, God, I hope I remember the original point of this, but anyway, what I did was instead of having the pool pump back into the ground and into those returns, I made a plastic pipe. What's it called? I say the word all the time. PVC. I made a PVC pipe thing, just a whole contraption leading to the pump, leading away from the pump, going along the fence and back into the pool. Very Rube Goldberg-y, but it works fine. It actually works better than the original because it's a much larger diameter pipe. We get a lot more flow, a lot more power, so the water circulates much more readily. So anyway, what I was getting, the replacement filters, they don't fit. So I tried, and I couldn't get them to fit. They don't nest next to each other because they're too big. The plastic collets or end caps that hold all the mesh together, they're just too big and they interfere with each other. So what I ended up doing one day was shaving down those, so on each cylinder I would shave here and at 90 degrees so that I could nest the four of them together. And then after I shaved them, I re-hot glued the area because I went a little too far in a couple of spots, and I cut into the filter membrane, and I was just afraid that was a spot where stuff would go through. So now I kind of get them to fit. It's a pain in the neck, but they do seem to sit in there properly. The point is, I still think that there's an issue because I believe there's blow-by. They do an okay job, but it takes forever for the thing to start building pressure. It was that way from day one. It's a really good pump. There's lots of square footage of filter material, but I think with the new replacement filters, they're not a perfect fit. So I think there's a lot of blow-by. So it takes forever for the lack of cloudiness to dissipate. So there's that. Another project we worked sometimes you wake up and it wasn't even a project you had in mind. It's just something you end up doing. So the cabana area at the end of the pool, it's always been open, and we've talked on and off about putting some kind of curtain there for various reasons. So you could use it for privacy if you need to get changed. Also protects you from the midday sun. In the summer, it's a little brutal there because the sun just comes across the sky, and it's just like it's aimed right at you. It just seems to be extra intense up on this mountain. So we talked about it in the past, and then this weekend we just decided to do it. So we talked about a couple of options, plastic curtains, real curtains. So we decided to go. I don't know what we did. We decided we were just going to do it. So we ended up going to the thrift store and then going to Lowe's. We found what seemed to be the perfect curtains. They seemed to be the perfect height. It's like a 7 to 8 foot opening, and it's like 169 inches wide, like 14 foot and an inch. So we found 6 panels, exactly the same, about 7 feet. We weren't going to do the whole height. We were only going to go up high. Like obviously you don't want fabric curtains touching the ground anyway. So anyway, we found the curtains there. We also found 3 kind of hooks, wooden hooks that we would like rest a curtain rod on. Cheap, like the hooks. The 3 of them were like $1 or something like that. And the curtains were like just a couple of bucks. And then we went to Lowe's and we were like thinking about different ideas using wooden dowels, pipe, PVC, rebar. What we ended up going with was a 3/4 inch PVC, 10 foot lengths, and a connector, and a piece of rebar, because it seemed a little wibbly to me. So I wanted something to give it some wibbly. It's a technical term. I wanted to give it something to give it a little more rigidity. Because my father always told me you can tell a lot about a man by the rigidity of his curtain rods. So, this is a dangerous zone. Sweet Marion Berry. So anyway, I cut the 2 pieces of PVC to length, slightly off. So one was like 82 inches, the other one was 86 inches. That way the coupling wouldn't be right in the middle, because I put the curtain rod holder right in the middle. Like one was in 2.5 feet, the other one was in 2.5 feet, and the third one was dead center. So I had to offset the coupler so it wouldn't sit, because it wouldn't fit if I put it right on the center, because the thing was designed for like exactly 1.25 inches or something like that. The coupler was just a hair bigger than that, so I just offset it slightly so the coupler was sitting right next to it. Put that up, and then we had some rings, like bronze rings with little clips on them, and we thought about putting them, but they were too small. So what we ended up doing, we had a lot of like dollar store curtain rings. They're the clear plastic that open up and snap together. So we put the rings for the little clippies through those, put those on the rod, and then there's 2. We didn't use all 6 panels. We only used 4. There's 2 panels on each side, so there's 4 clips holding each panel, and then each of these 4 clips is connected to a clear plastic bangly looking shower curtain clicky thing. And where the 2 curtains are next to each other on each side, I've cross-connected the hooks so they move as a whole. And it looks really sharp for like about $21. The reason total, like all the stuff, the hooks, the curtain rod, the rebar, the whole thing, we knocked it out in a couple of hours, and it costs roughly $21, maybe $30. If I'm trying to remember, like the PVC was like, maybe it was $30 total, because it was 21, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't imagine it was more than $30. Now, if we had done it the other way, like with an official curtain rod brand curtain rod, and like all the hardware that goes with it and stuff like we were looking at like a couple of $100, and this looks perfectly fine, especially from the pool side. It looks perfect. Like, 1, you can't see the hardware. 2, it's like way up in the air, and it just looks fine. Like I'll post a video of it. Like I said, it's one of those projects that maybe I should have used as content to keep the channel going, because I haven't been posting much stuff, and like I said, some of the stuff that I do record, I've been bailing on before the end of the video, just not having content. But So that worked out well. That went up pretty quickly. I was surprised at how quickly we threw that together, having just decided that day to do it. Wasn't one of the things I had intended to do over the vacation. I had other projects which I did not complete. I really didn't want to go into the office today, but it's the first day after. I feel compelled to go in. I really would have liked to have worked from home today because this shoe is freaking killing my foot. I made coffee. I had the forethought. It took me having a week off to think to set up the coffee pot to make coffee before I leave the house. And not really, I just been lazy. But I do prefer Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Back to the old coffee conversation. I do prefer Dunkin' Donuts coffee to the home brew. I got a different machine now. I did buy, when I was out this weekend, I went shopping. I did buy Dunkin' Donuts coffee beans. I think I've tried Dunkin' Donuts coffee in the past and I didn't like it at homebrew, but I don't know if I bought the beans. Like I buy whole beans now. I've been doing that for I want to say a few decades. So the last time I bought Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I'm not sure if I bought it pre-ground or if I bought it in bean form, but now I have it at home in bean form. That's not what this is. This is the last of whatever I had. I don't know if it was 8 o'clock coffee, Guatemalan blend, Wesley Farm stuff. I think it was some kind of Wesley Farms version. Yeah. I think it's Guatemalan. Coffee. And the reason I have a cup is to drink the coffee. Now this Tal, T-A-L thermos, I want to say Target or Home Depot, one of those two places. But the brand is T-A-L, and it's phenomenal. I made coffee a long time ago, maybe a year or so ago, maybe two, I don't know. And I put it in this, and I tried to drink it on the way to work, and I couldn't because it was too hot. And then I tried to drink it when I got to work, and I couldn't because it was too hot. And then I waited an hour or two, and I couldn't because it was too hot. Like this thing keeps. It's like a double wall. Like the outside of the thermos is cold to the touch because it's cold outside, but the coffee inside is piping hot. So unless I put it in a separate vessel to drink it, it will just be too hot. It's currently 54 degrees outside. Another helpful tip, as long as you don't live in a place that's like mosquito-y or buggy, I try to remember to do this, especially in the summer, and since now it's like rolling into the warmer months, summer, this might help you too. Whenever you park your car, try to remember to crack the window. It really helps. Your car is still going to be hot when you get into it, but it's not going to be a brick oven. It makes a very significant difference. It's still going to be hot in the car, but if you crack the window a little bit, you do get some airflow, and it doesn't get ridiculous. So I got into the habit of doing that, completely unrelated to whatever I was talking about. But hey, there's your tip for the day. When you park your car in the summer, crack the window slightly. Got an oil change this past week. Anything else major happened? I think that's about it. Gap flare up, cabana curtains, open the pool. I'm trying to think if I did anything other, like I did just stupid little around the house projects, cleaning things and fixing various little stuff, but the curtains are the only thing that were really content worthy, and I didn't film it. I really should. I'll take a picture and show you what we did. It's it's not impressive. It looks very simple. We hung a curtain, but it makes a world of difference in that area. Also, immediately once we put them up there, it really made a difference on either side of the curtain. So you don't have that, like, it's been a hot, dry week, so you don't have that blazing sun hitting you. You can close them part of the way or the whole way, and it really makes that area a lot more usable during the day, because now you've got shade. Makes me want to put some kind of shade up over the pool, because that's another issue with using the pool, is like just the blaring sunlight. Shade for the pool and a heater. I think those are the next two projects. I'm only going to do one of these today. Like I said, lately I haven't had a lot of content, or the drive to talk much, but I don't want to let I don't want to let the channel die. So I will try to I'll try to post daily. I don't know if I can do the ridiculousness of 3 22-minute episodes a day in the morning and 3 in the afternoon like I was doing. I don't think I could do it then either, so. If I think of anything interesting to say, I will start another one. But we're coming up against the 22-minute mark.